The dust hung in the air like a curtain of smoke, and for a moment, the world felt unbearably quiet, too quiet for a battlefield. 381 Marines lay scattered across the ravaged valley, pinned down behind broken vehicles and crumbling rock. Their radios crackled uselessly, their ammunition ran dangerously low, and somewhere beneath that suffocating silence lived a single, chilling truth: no help was coming, and miles away, on a ridge she wasn't supposed to be on, a female sniper felt her heartbeat sink with the chaos she could not ignore. Her name was Sergeant Talia Ward, known in her unit for a calm so steady it unnerved even seasoned operators. But today, her hands trembled. She wasn't assigned to support the Marines. She wasn't even cleared to be in their sector. Yet through her scope, she saw men she'd trained with, men who once teased her for being too small, too quiet, too soft. Now they lay bleeding into dust that didn't care who they were. And Talia knew something with terrifying clarity. If she followed protocol, she would watch them die. If she broke it, she could save them or destroy her career forever. The wind crawled across the ridge, carrying the low hum of enemy fire. Her breathing slowed, her pulse steadied, her thoughts sharpened into a single, unforgiving line. Do nothing, and live with this forever. It was a moral weight that pressed deeper than fear, deeper than duty, deeper even than survival. She exhaled. The shot rang out like the first crack of a storm. A distant enemy dropped, then another. Confusion rippled through the ambushes as they realized an unseen ghost was tearing holes through their ranks. The Marines didn't know where the sudden help was coming from, but hope, fragile and thin, flickered back into their eyes. Talia moved like a shadow carved from discipline and desperation. Every breath a calculation, every trigger pull a promise. But with each shot, the danger sharpened. She was alone, out of position, outnumbered, and the enemy began to triangulate her perch down in the valley. Captain Rivers, the Marine commander, felt a shift he couldn't explain. A rhythm, a pattern, a sniper's signature, and he whispered to himself, "Whoever you are, keep going." But Talia wasn't sure she could. Her ammo dwindled, her position exposed. Sweat stung her eyes as the enemy closed in. She could feel the moral line she'd crossed heavy. Irreversible, but she held it the way a drowning person holds air. A sudden explosion shook the valley. Marines ducked, rocks tumbled, and Talia was thrown backward, ears ringing, vision fractured. She thought she'd never steady her weapon again. She thought she'd never see those Marines alive. She was wrong, gritting her teeth. She dragged herself forward, aligning the final shot she had left. The world narrowed into a single point, a life-or-death fulcrum. One pull, one chance. The final round flew like a streak of light, and shattered the last enemy push. Silence fell again, but this time, it wasn't hopeless. It was the silence of victory finally taking its first breath. When the Marines reached the ridge, they didn't expect what they found. A lone sniper, dirt-streaked, bleeding, barely conscious, still gripping her rifle as if the battle wasn't over. For a moment, none of the 381 men spoke. Then whispers grew into awe into grateful murmurs, murmurs into heartfelt stillness, and then applause. Raw, unrestrained human. Captain Rivers knelt beside her. "You broke protocol," he said softly. Talia forced a tired smile. "I know. And because you did," he whispered, 381 Marines get to go home. The moral question lingered in the haze. Was it wrong to break the rules, or more wrong to let good men die because of them? In the end, courage answered for her, because kindness doesn't vanish, it waits, and it finds its way back. And in the fading light over that wounded valley, the same ridge where she took her first shot became the place where she reclaimed her purpose. If this story moved you, share your thoughts below, and make sure to subscribe for more real, human stories of courage, sacrifice, and hope.